Starting a YouTube channel is the best possible decision you can make if you're looking to really change your life in 2025. Not only will you pick up amazing new skills, but there's this unlimited potential of making more money, expanding your network, and creating opportunities that you never would have had unless you clicked that upload button. And I know all of this because I started a YouTube channel in 2024, and with only 2,000 subscribers, it changed my life in a matter of months. Now I get that a lot of people are hesitating because they feel like they have nothing to say. They might feel like it's going to be embarrassing to talk on camera. Your equipment might not be that great and you can't edit like your favorite YouTuber. But trust me, these are all unnecessary thoughts that are just stopping you from learning the skills in the first place. And yes, when you start, a few things might be a bit awkward. I mean, when I started, all I had was an old camera, a few bullet points for a script, and I didn't really know much about framing a shot properly, lighting, editing, and all of that jazz, or controlling a beard for that matter. I got started on YouTube after my degree when I was literally just sharing a few thoughts on my arts education, and through the process of creating videos, I picked up some amazing skills. One of those skills was after spending so many hours in Premiere Pro and Photoshop, I learned to edit at a professional level and ended up working for larger YouTube channels, with my portfolio almost hitting 2.5 million views now in total. So even if you're not really anywhere right now and you're not YouTube savvy, don't let that stop you from starting, because you can get somewhere really fast. And yes, even I still find it a bit cringy when family and friends pull out a YouTube video of mine and start watching it in front of me. I die on the inside. But at the end of the day, no one really cares, and the benefits way outweigh the cringe. A better way to put it might be, don't let your imaginary embarrassment stop you from doing something that can literally change the course of your life for the better. But what happens if you get started and you kind of change direction in life or content, your channel hasn't really come to what you envisioned for it and is just not working out the way that you wanted it to? Well, worst comes to worst, you can just start a new channel, and that's exactly what I did in 2024. And would you like to know something special? I'm sure you've probably seen the phrase, "it just takes one video," plastered on thumbnails everywhere if you've been browsing the YouTube education niche at all. Now, if you're a bit skeptical like myself, you might be rolling your eyes and wondering if these thumbnails are just another classic example of clickbait. Well, I can say for sure that a single video is actually what did it for me, because it was precisely the third upload on my new channel that created massive change in my life. Now, whether you're an individual, a business looking to sell a service, document your life, or make art or whatever, to say that YouTube can accelerate your sales, network, and creativity is honestly an understatement. You see, I created my channel Tomovision in 2024 because I wanted to acquire more editing clients, and the response that I got from that third upload that popped off was just insane. I went from needing new clients to having to refuse several potential clients through emails because I didn't have space in my timetable anymore. So I have to say I was very happy about how quickly I managed to increase my freelance income through YouTube alone. But that was actually my somewhat expected outcome, at least eventually. I was surprised at how quickly it happened, but what people fail to realize is all of the unexpected opportunity that also comes through uploading videos. Now, having acquired all of these new clients and I've got this new timetable now, little did I know it was all gonna come crashing down with a single phone call. So the little bit of content I had on that channel actually caught the eye of a company called 1 of 10, and the founder of the company, Richard, booked a call through my website by seeing my YouTube videos. Now, I was expecting maybe a sponsorship opportunity because I'd come across 1 of 10 as a YouTube research tool before, and I did have kind of a research consulting side to my channel. But Richard ended up telling me that he wanted me to be the face of 1 of 10 and help produce videos for the company on different social media platforms. So as much as I wanted to continue Tomovision and working with my newly acquired clients, I couldn't turn down the opportunity to work with an expert team and getting paid full-time to create social media content. And that's the story of how I got here. And the story actually goes even deeper. What if I told you that you were one upload away from working with one of the greatest channels on YouTube? Well, that's exactly what Richard's story is. A single upload from him led him to work with Mr. Beast, which resulted in the path that eventually led to the founding of
1 of 10. So I mean, if you're looking for a new job or even potentially building a business, I'd say upload today.
But let's be real, at the end of the day, we know that YouTube is not an easy game to play, especially if you're starting for the first time. So for this section, I'm going to bring you behind the scenes a little bit to show how I've planned videos, how we plan videos for 1 of 10 with the team. And I'm first going to go through the best way to come up with ideas, because that's kind of the foundation of your channel. And bear in mind, it's actually the same tactic that I used for Tomo Vision to blow up my 3rd video. So there's no reason why you can't do it too.
So what you need to do is basically just study overperforming videos for other channels. So those are videos that have resulted in a lot of views and a lot of subscribers and growth for those channels. So everything you do on YouTube should be backed by some form of data. Yes, you can make instinctual decisions, but you're not going to develop a good instinct unless you do the research first. Now, to find these overperforming videos, you can do this manually by browsing through search, like finding channels in your niche and studying their channels, which, by the way, is a bit easier with the free 1 of 10 extension. You'll get this multiplier thing showing you how well the video did. These overperforming videos are called outliers, and the only reason you're studying them is to create outliers for yourself, for your own channel. Outliers also commonly appear on the YouTube homepage and suggested tab, where you can screenshot them, and ideally you want to build up some kind of an outlier bank, basically. The downside is this can take quite a lot of time to really get a good collection, and what you're seeing on the homepage and suggested tab is completely kind of dictated by your own algorithm, depending on the kind of content you watch on YouTube and what it presents to your account. So this basically means that you won't be seeing outliers from across the whole platform, just from the kind of niches that your account is being shown. So due to the lack of time that most of us have, it's why 1 of 10 is such a useful tool to have for research. So as I said earlier, I'll go through what I do with the team, because we clashed heads like last week and planned out pretty much 3 months worth of content. So let me go through with you how we go about doing that. So this is the 1 of 10 homepage when you log in. It's just like this massive grid of outlier videos, and you can adjust these filters here. But the only one I tend to really touch is the one that allows me to look at videos within the past year or 2, because those ideas are more likely to reflect YouTube today. Now this will pull data from all of YouTube, so very quickly you're going to be able to start bookmarking outliers that might be sparking ideas for your own channel. I have lots of categories for my bookmarks because I'm kind of addicted to saving good video ideas. But there's also a feature where you can click on this button, similar topics, and do a deep dive into how other creators have done similar videos too. Now, the first big mistake you don't want to make is thinking that every single one of these ideas are a good idea for your channel in your context. When coming up with a good idea for your own channel, you need to kind of strike the balance between finding a video that still has a really good market in terms of for the idea and the demand, but it also hasn't been like overdone. What I'm saying is you can find outliers and high-performing videos that have done really well for creators within a certain time period, but if you were to make that same video now, it would just be a complete flop. If you want to check this, you can just search the idea format in YouTube search and see if there are channels still producing outliers from the same idea. Take this video you're watching now, for example. The reason we chose to do a YouTube changing your life video is because there's a lot of data showing that this could be a real banger. And due to the content being story-based, every one of these videos are quite unique, which I suspect is contributing to its longer lifespan. But having a good data-supported idea is just the first step. Next up, you actually need to put this content under a magnifying glass and try to identify what's working the best for each creator, while at the same time trying to ponder on your own uniqueness and how to communicate it. Let me explain this a little bit better with examples. If we have a look at the channel Strings and Sawdust, who got an amazing 300,000 views on his video. This video is a really authentic compilation of thoughts and a documentation of process from someone who has started as a complete beginner. There's no super fancy editing effects or high-end filming, it's just the truth, and his humorous personality also comes through in a really authentic way. Taking a look at Darren Naylor's version of the idea, he has a lot more story and cinematics built into the format of his video and speaks a lot more from the artistic lens of a creator. Not only has he spent a lot of time making content for social media, but also talks about working between short form and long form content. And then there's videos like Armani Bria's, where she's literally just having a chat with you in her car. As you can see, the idea can be portrayed in different styles, so if you're not familiar with making content yet, my advice would be to consume some content first, and with an analytic eye, so you've got like some ideas for the kind of video you want to make yourself. But no matter how great your idea is, if you mess up your thumbnail, no one's going to click on your video and it's all going to come crashing down. So that's why you might want to watch this video here, which will help you create the perfect thumbnail to beat the 2025 algorithm.